Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And it's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the NXT Event Center. And here's the man that will bring you all that has happened on NXT, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Episode 1378. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show. We're going to talk about what happened on NXT Spring Breakin Night 2 in just a moment. I want to welcome a new subscriber to the channel, Afi James. Afi James this became subscriber number 277. That means I want to thank Afi James for subscribe to my channel. And if you like my rest of my content or any questions about my content, Afi, please you've already subscribed. Please comment on any of the videos, and I will try to answer the questions the best way I can. I want to thank you, Afi James, once again. So shout out to you and welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed my content. Alrighty then, we'll talk about Spring Break in 2024, Night 2. The new NXT champion Trick Williams came out and thanked Ilya Dragunov for helping him in his career. And then Lash Legend interrupts Trick Williams, and now Trick Williams goes, now that I'm the champion, you want a piece of this chocolate and everything else. I'm like, oh, goodness me. I like Trick Williams, and the guy is hilarious, right? And what's in the envelope? And so, I've got a hunch that I think Noam Dar wants to challenge Trick Williams for the NXT championship. Interesting. I think that's where it's going. I think now where this is going to head to. So, she said things are going to get a lot hotter. Well, we'll find out next week, because I'll tell you down the road. Gigi Dolan and Ariana Grace were talking about dinner etiquette and discussing what match is going to go on. Gigi Dolan, I love her. I was like, a hot babe can burp. Hey, that's pretty much of a bonus, but I know. But she's funny. She's hilarious, and so is Ariana Grace. And I did comment on a tweet on X.com that Ariana Grace does have comedy chops just like her dad, and she liked the comment, and she knew what I was about. Her dad has got a knack of comedy. And to me, Ariana Grace trying to tell everybody to stop fighting when she's in NXT is hilarious in itself, Yeah, I can imagine Ariana Grace and R-Truth as a pair. Bring back the mixed match challenge, put Ariana Grace and R-Truth as a team. I can see the hilarity going out between those two. And I just realized too, R-Truth, I think he's paying tribute to Bobby the Brain Heenan. That's what I'm thinking. Because Bobby the Brain Heenan will say something stupid and make us laugh. That's Bobby Heenan for you. And that's very entertaining. So, I think R-Truth's doing the same thing, but he's doing it more hilarious than Bobby the Brain Heenan ever would. God rest Bobby the Brain Heenan. So, anyways. And then the North American title was on the line. It's Oba Femi versus Ibar, and as Gigi Dolan said at the dinner etiquette, big meaty man slapping meat. A Big E stuff. Even Sugar Dunkerton put up the video of Big E saying big meaty man slapping meat. That segment never gets old, man. So, Big E, thank you for saying big meaty men slapping meat, because that's funny. Anyways, anybody got a t-shirt? Need to put a t-shirt out on that, please? Anyways, this was a heck of a matchup, and Ivar flies through the air, and that even Vic Joseph said those two are doing things that a big heavyweight wrestler should never do. But Oba Femi didn't end up winning the matchup as Ivar made a mistake, and it cost him. But as Oba Femi was celebrating, Wesley is back. And Wesley, well, he wants a shot at the NXT North American Championship. Remember, he had to relinquish the title due to that back injury. So, a little bit more in that situation. Then the Chase, she was getting fired up with, and Fallon Henley, he says, you got to come up there, Fallon. And Fallon's like, no, I don't know. But, and then Fallon Henley goes. And then Thea Hale kept on convincing her, yeah, why not? Then Thea Hale went one-on-one with JC Jane. JC Jane accompanied by Jasmine Nix to the ring. And this matchup, Thea Hale was vicious. I think after the draft and whoever didn't get drafted should be fired up and really trying to level up their skills, their attitude, something like that. But in the end, Thea Hale did win by submission. After Jasmine Nix trying to get involved, Fallon Henley saves her, and then Fallon Henley made sure Jasmine Nix went out of the way. And Thea Hale locked into Kimura lock, and JC Jane was busted open, probably nosebleed, but the JC Jane ended up tapping out. And then, as Thea Hale was celebrating with that Fallon Henley, he's like, Fallon Henley grabbed Thea Hale and then proceeded to punch her. Thea Hale. I was like, whoa. I think sometimes everybody who's worked very hard for NXT for years ends up getting punched in the face. Ends up not being drafted per se. Some things that have to happen, and they have to level up their new attitude, and I think that's what this Fallon Henley did. Anyways, never mind. So Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont were interviewed before their debut of how they met and all that. And Carmen Petrovich was training up Natalia for her underground match against Lola Vice. Then the OC, the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson took on the new team of Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. The OC did end up winning that matchup. Then Ava comes out to announce that at NXT Battleground Las Vegas, a ladder match will determine the first ever, I should say, the NXT North American Women's Champion. Or Women's North American Champion. But here's the kicker. It's going to be a little different how they're going to qualify and make qualifying matches. NXT Women's Combine, and I think the top 12 will go at it in 6 matches. And the 6 winners of those matches will qualify for that ladder match at NXT Battleground Las Vegas, which is a huge, huge deal. A huge, huge deal. So Jada Parker, though, interrupts Ava, says, I'll forget the combine, I want in. So Ruka interrupts Jada Parker, said, hey, you're not going to win the champion, I'm going to be the champion. And then Ariana Grace once again interrupts, why should we be fighting? And he said, well, North American, are you serious about this? I'm like, and Ava's trying to say, this is what you fight for. This is for championships. Don't you want to be in North America? I'm like, Gigi, if I were Gigi Dolan and Ariana, Ariana Grace, listen, young lady, here's the deal. There's nothing wrong in kicking butt and looking good doing it. Come on. I know some beautiful women that know how to kick some butt. Paige Van Zandt, even though she never won a championship, or has she in the MMA, but in a wrestling ring? How about Trish Stratus? Let's go for Trish Stratus, Lita. They're gorgeous looking, and they won the championships. Io Sky's beautiful, but they don't have to enter a beauty contest to win a championship. They go out and fight for it. I know Ariana Grace is a former beauty queen, but come on, Ariana. Hey, your dad, Santino Marella, won the Intercontinental title in his in-ring debut matchup against, of all people, the late, great Umaga. God rest Umaga's soul, but still, there's nothing wrong with being beautiful and looking good. That's cool. But kicking butt and looking good doing that, that's even better. So if I were Ariana Grace, I better take some pointers from Gigi Dolan instead of the other way around, because Gigi Dolan looks beautiful and she kicks butt and looks gorgeous doing it. Come on. Ariana Grace, God bless her. Anyways, and then Meechin interrupts Ariana Grace and did ladders, and I want in. And then they started brawling, and all the entire women's locker room started brawling and beating the crap out of each other. It was hilarious. It was great. And then Action Nathan Frazier were getting prepared for their tag team title defense against the AOP, and Street Profits were hyping them up. He said, "Good luck to you guys. You got this. You're ready to go." And then Lola Vice was training up with Shayna Baszler, and then Baszler suggested, "Hey, we should do some groundwork because Natalia can take it to the ground." And Lola Vice goes, "Forget it. How we can train for the groundwork when going up against the fastest hands in NXT?" Then Ridge Holland went one-on-one with Shawn Spears. Heck of a matchup between those two. Holland ends up winning the matchup. Then Roxanne Perez complains to Aber about not getting drafted for Raw or SmackDown. Well, as you know, the champions are protected. But this is very important. I want you to hear this because... And he said, "I don't want to hear it." So she walks out. And then she opens the door. We'll have to wait till later. Ivar was in the training room getting checked out, and Josh Briggs says, "Hey, great match up there, but I want a shot at the North American title, so to speak." And then Wesley goes, "Hey, didn't mean to interrupt to great match and all, but I got to get my shot." And so Josh Briggs says, "You don't go around just cutting in front of me." And he said, "Well, we'll see about that. It looks like a challenge has been issued, and next week that match will happen." Josh Briggs and Ivar Wesley and Josh Briggs are going one-on-one, I should say. And the winner of that could be the winner of that match faces Femi for the title. But then Ivar looks at Wesley and says, "I'm not done with Oba yet." So that'll be very interesting. Then the Final Testament cut a promo on the entire WWE locker room. It says only be a matter of time. Paul Ellering says only matter of time. Final Testament will be walking out with gold around our waists. So there's that. The D'Angelo family, though, was talking about, the little quarter catch crew. He said, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a Charlie Chocolate Factory. I think that's what they call Charlie Dempsey. He said, "You know what? I'm thinking about getting a match for the NXT Heritage Cup." Tells Luca to get on the phone to talk to Ava to get that match happen. Then you got Adriana Rizzo's offering him like a room or something like that to train in or something like that. She might. I got a good friend of mine. She's good with feng shui. And then Stax goes, "Hey, what can I do?" He goes, "Get all the matches, watch the videos of all the NXT Heritage Cup matches. Gonna study up on them. Good for you, Tony D'Angelo." Looks like Tony D'Angelo wants a shot at the NXT Heritage Cup. Then the tag team title match between Axiom Nathan Frazier and the Authors of Pain were happening. And during the matchup, though, as Frazier and Axiom were getting the upper hand, Scarlett tried to run interference. Karrion Kross is jumping on the apron. The referee ejects both from the ringside. While the referee's occupied with that, Newcastle Republic, who were victims of an attack this past Friday night on SmackDown, now both teams are on Raw, end up kicking one of the members of the AOP, possibly Akama Razor, in the face. Axiom Nathan Frazier took advantage. They won the match and retained the championships. So that is a good thing. Then Chase U said to console Thea Hale, and Holland asked Andre Chase how she's doing. Not good, but great win out there. So we all have our demons. I understand. If you need anything, let me know. And looks like Ridge Holland is in good friendship with Andre Chase. Metaphor was interviewed, and they invited Trick Williams to Supernova Sessions to have all his questions answered. I got a hunch something's up. Like I said, I got a hunch that Noam Dar is just wanting to challenge Trick Williams for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Kaylani joining, though, was chasing Fallon Henley. He goes, "What are you doing? This is not you. What are you..." You know what? I didn't want to do it, but you know what? It's about time I focus on myself. And walks away, and Kaylani joining doesn't seem too pleased about it. Then Malik Blade was talking to Idris Nofe, and he said, "You okay?" When they'll send the mirror, talking about bad luck. But then Brindley Reese goes, "You talking about the broken mirror thing?" Yeah. And then all of a sudden, she brings in two cats, black cats. And he goes, "What? They're black cats? I'm out of here." And I'm like, "Oh no. They're bad luck." I'm like, Hey, Io Sky owned the Black Cat, and she ended up being successful. Come on, dude. I know. I think Io's cat did pass away. I think it was really sad, but still, and brought her good luck. I don't know why. And Idris Nofe is getting scared. I think they're trying to make him be superstitious. That's gonna be funny. Malik Blade and Brindley at least gotta talk him down. Well, the main event was the NXT Underground match, the first women's Underground match between Natalya and Lola Vice. This was a heck of a match. It could have gone either way until when Natalya had Lola Vice in the sharpshooter, and Lola Vice was about to tap out, and until Shayna Baszler was attacking Carmen Petrovich, and Natalya decided to go after her and attacked her, distracting her to the point where Lola Vice knocked Natalya out and started pounding away. It was over, and Vice did end up winning the match. After Natalya went after Baszler, so Natalya's being distracted unfortunately cost her the matchup. And then finally, Roxanne Perez goes, that's a good match. What we do? Vice won her matchup. That's great. What's I have to do here? And then Ava says, next week you're defending your NXT Women's Championship against. And then Chelsea Green walked in. Chelsea Green. Two of the biggest complainers, Roxanne Perez and Chelsea Green. They should have a match of the winner. The winner the winner stays on SmackDown and can drive Nick Aldis crazy. The loser has to go to Raw to drive Adam Pearce crazy. So now, as you know, I'm making new thumbnails. I just finished the Raw thumbnails. I'll be working on the newest NXT thumbnail. I'm going to add I'm going to add Julia to that thumbnail because in a couple of months she's going to be part of the NXT roster to challenge Roxanne. And there are reports that she might end up challenging Roxanne Perez for the championship, but I don't know for sure if that's going to happen or not. We'll soon see. But Julia will be part of the new thumbnail when I put up the new thumbnail starting next week. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in, episode 1377. Now, that's all the time we have on the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home and welcome to my channel, Afi James. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.